Hi, I'm Dr. Melvin Allen. I'm a relationship expert. I'm a master Myers-Briggs practitioner. I've done a lot of different things. One is that I've talked to over 5,000 women. Another one is that I did a dissertation on women. I have also been the co-founder of Living Audaciously Women's Group. Co-founder. My wife and I work together, and I've been working with a group of women, the only guy, for 12 years. I'm also the facilitator and the founder of Living Audacious Men's Group. Now, when you start looking at the two groups, men's group and the women's group, and dealing with 5,000 women doing a dissertation on women, and throw Myers-Briggs in there, you come up with some pretty unique things. So first of all, a master Myers-Briggs practitioner. There are roughly 223 listed on the Myers-Briggs website. That's the highest level, the highest distinction that Myers-Briggs can give you. The second thing, there are only like 22 to 23 in the state of California. And I'm in Beverly Hills, California. So I'm 1 to 23. That kind of background gave me a very unique insight into the challenges of relationships that men and women have. I'm suggesting that most of the time when you have an issue in a relationship, it is not with your partner, it's the type. There's 16 different personality types, 16 different ways of seeing the world. Carl Jung says, until the unconscious is conscious, it will direct your path and you would call it fate. Another way of looking at it is that what you don't know that you don't know is usually what gets you in trouble. So I'm suggesting if you can become conscious and aware of men, and men can become conscious and aware of women, the quality of our relationships will improve dramatically. Now, through a Myers-Briggs perspective, the 16 different personality types, each one of those personality types is going to answer the question differently. For example, an extrovert would look at like, well, I went out and I explored, I did all these crazy things, and it was trial and error, and I just kind of made it up. An introvert might say, I looked, I observed, and I've kind of like practiced on my own, but they didn't share about it. They're probably not going to go out and make mistakes. Why? Because they're introverted, they always think first before they act. Extroverts, they'll just go out and act and fumble around, make it work. Nothing work, doesn't matter because it's just like a rock splashing in an ocean. So I don't care if you're married, I don't care if you're single, I don't care if you're divorced, I don't care if you're young, I don't care if you're old, I don't care if you even have a son and you're a single parent. You need to be at the seminar so that you can understand the men in your life through the lens of Myers-Briggs and understand their type. Because sometimes, and I know women will listen to this and go like, he must know what he's talking about. At the beginning of a relationship, you may see something that doesn't work. You may even know that it's something off about what they did or what they said, and you just can't put your finger on it. And then after you're in a relationship for a while, you go back and look, and you go, you know what? I saw it in the beginning of the relationship, and I stepped over it. All of you do it. You step over signs and signals to tell you that the relationship is not going to work or there are going to possibly be issues. But because he's beautiful, because he's got a great body, because he's got a great job, you run into the burning building and you die. So what I'm suggesting is before you run into that burning building, learn something about the signals and the signs and the mind, and the frame of mind and what they value so that you don't have to run in there unaware. You don't have the best of suit, don't go in the building. But the Man's Perspective Seminar will give you the ability to identify the different types. And another thing women typically do, it's like you get in the same relationship with the same person. They got a different name, different body, different makeup, different age, but it's the same person. You can identify that by coming to the seminar and actually seeing what type of man works for you. Personality type, not the man. Because you change the name, you got the same personality, you will have the same issues. Relationship tips through the eyes of man, from a man's perspective, and being able to have us answer questions like, how did you learn about relationships? Typically, we didn't learn about relationships any more than you did. It's the blind leading the blind. We just making it up. And it wouldn't be too smart for you to just blindly go about having relationships with people that you don't understand and you can identify and then wonder why you didn't do better. Well, when you know better, you'll do better. So this is about awareness. And I'm telling you, it will change your life. You hear that a lot. But if it doesn't change your life, and if it doesn't give you insight into men and who they are, I give you your money back. How's that? Okay, this is Dr. Melvin Allen. Listen in, pay attention, and look for tomorrow's tip. Thank you.